Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to Psalm 34. This is in a little series called The Psalms of My Friends. So, the title of today is Taste and See that the Lord and Norway is Good. This is season 30, this is episode 18, and this is Psalm 34. So, we're going to kind of ask the question, what does God taste like, and what are the favorable and memorable parts of Him? And so, how might God use taste, memories, and experiences to help us first know and then recall who He is? Now, recently I've been on a trip to Norway. You saw the pictures if you've been following the podcast the last few days. And that was kind of a curated trip. And one of the strategies of the people that led the trip was to come at you with all your senses. So we did some learning kind of stuff and lots of seeing. But one of the things we did was taste. And taste was one of the avenues that they were trying to educate us through. So pickled herring, non-industrial strawberries, fish. I had a particular memory of haddock fish served at a place that they even called the Fish Church, to give you an idea of their priorities in that country. Crayfish, ice creams kind of flavored a little differently than the ways that we typically have eaten it, ginger lemon teas, all this crazy stuff. So they wanted us to taste and appreciate Norway and taste and remember Norway in that particular way. So let that particular sense work its magic to help us understand and then remember the character of the land. So in some ways, the tastes, lots of good ones and even some bad ones, the unpreferred ones, are used to teach us and help us to remember. So what taste will remind you of Norway was kind of the strategy of the tour guides. Now, very similarly, we are heading towards Psalm 34. Verse 8 says, "Taste and see that the Lord is good." Therefore, what tastes are going to help us recall a moment with the Lord, or maybe even the Lord Himself? Let me read. This is Psalm 34. "I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul makes its boast in the Lord. Let the humble hear and be glad. Oh, magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt His name together." So in the psalm, I'm going to set my mouth to the blessing setting. Set it to the blessing setting. I'm going to use my will, or wherever my will is, to move my lips to regularly, habitually praise Him. And I'm putting the center of my being toward the goal of putting Him in the center. So in the place of making Him bigger, more prominent, more exalted, and making me smaller. So this is the humility that appropriately positions us before the Lord. So that's verses 1 through 3. Now I'm going to read 4 through 7. "I sought the Lord, and He answered me, and delivered me from all my fears. Those who look to Him are radiant. Their faces shall never be ashamed. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him, and saved him out of all his troubles. The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear Him, and delivers them." Now my comments. So here we describe this position of seeking and asking and listening and looking to Him. So what happens when the poor cry out? When His people fear Him appropriately, respect Him appropriately? Well, He answers, He delivers, He fixes their faces of those who are bent towards Him. They are radiant. They're not ashamed. They are delivered from troubles. And then let me just conclude now with the last 3 verses. "Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man who takes refuge in Him. Oh, fear the Lord, you His saints, for those who fear Him have no lack. But the young lions want and hunger, but those who seek the Lord lack no good things." All right, so that's about 1/3 of Psalm 34. Oh, taste and see, taste the moments with God. Set the flavor of what God is like so that your brain can recall it. It is all of goodness. He has the best for us. For some profound reason, the Lord is just biased towards good towards us. It's all goodness, his best for us. So taste all that these little snippets of God have for us. Pay attention. Use these moments to teach yourself about Norway, if wherever you're traveling, or God himself. Use memory of the taste to take you back to that place. So far the Lord has been very good to us in the Psalms. We've done 4 or 5 of them, and he's allowed us to taste and see him in these Psalms already. The Lord is good in the good times, and surprisingly, what's been a surprise for me in the Psalms, the Lord's also good in trouble. So we've tasted the comfort of Psalm 23, but also we've noted the nearby enemies that the Lord sets the table with them witnessing. And then in Psalm 73, we're warned about this almost bad guy, and that is me. I almost did something wrong. My feet almost slipped. I almost did what? I envied the prosperity of the wicked. And in a sense, the bad guy in Psalm 73 isn't an external bad guy. It's me. Yikes. I had a near miss here. And what a treasure this taste is, to know that we have met the enemy and the enemy is us, at least some of the time. But the good news is Psalm 73 ends well. Whom have I in heaven but you? And there's nothing on earth I desire besides you. And then in Psalm 124, the appropriate mark of God's children is not the absence of trouble. The presence of these bad things and bad circumstances and bad people does not indicate the absence of the presence of God. And he says, if the Lord were not at my side, things would have been different. So this also is a taste of him that we simply must remember. And then we just did Psalm 100, which is 2 points from there. One was getting us to gladness, and that was by serving with the already glad. We described this as a secret of the church. And certainly it's a taste and seeing that the Lord is good. It is so good of him to allow us to taste him in this way. And then we looked at Psalm 100 yesterday, how to keep yourself in heaven. And we looked at the steadfast love of the Lord, Hesed, his faithfulness to an uncooperative people. So taste all these little snippets of God. Pay attention. Use these moments to teach you about wherever you are, Norway or God himself. Then you can use the memory of these tastes to take you back to the original experience. So let's set the flavor of what God is like so that your brain can recall it. Taste and see that Norway is good, but also taste and see that the Lord is good. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow.